4, 3, 2, 1.
Put everything down and crank your speakers up.
It's time for
The Realest Podcast.
Oh yeah!
Cover!
We got us a new world champion!
And what is going on, guys? You're listening to the Realest Podcast, and welcome to NXT Takeover Chicago's prediction show. Got everybody here from Andrew to Kyle. What is going on? It should be a good day. Good wrestling. Can't wait. But what are you guys? How you guys doing?
Doing pretty well, man. I'm excited for tonight's show. I've been hyped for it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whenever there's a takeover, you just have to sit there and get excited about it because you know you're going to get a good quality show.
Yeah, they're absolutely right. You know, honestly, in truth of this card will probably be a really strong. And well, I say really strong, but there's also a good possibility of this card being having some problems.
I'm going to say that right now. It has the potential to have some problems. See, now it's not going to happen.
Oh, no.
See, now it's not going to happen because we said the reverse.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a big thing for this card is it's hard to really see any title changes happening, in my opinion. Like, all the people going after the champions, I don't know. I mean, the only title I could see kind of changing hands is maybe one. I don't know. I don't see many people really losing their titles tonight. I would hope so, but especially because the last takeover, nobody lost them. But tonight, I think it's up in the air.
I mean, after we get into it, I think I'm ready to make a very bold prediction for at least one of these matches.
Well, I'll be honest. I mean, this takeover could have, possibly have a lot of problems. I mean, the women's title went from a legit, really good match, looking like a good match, to now it's just like, well, I mean, who knows because of Ember Moon's injury. Ciampa got hurt Friday at a live show, and the entire weekend has been up in the air about if he's going to be able to make it, which Triple H in a conference call Saturday or not Friday or Friday yesterday. So Ciampa got hurt Thursday. Said that Ciampa is good, that he just has to get cleared by the WWE doctors. So we shall see, but it also could make it where if he's not 100%, he's not able to do what, if there's some high spots that he's included on, he might not be able to do them since he did get hurt.
I'll expect to see Gargano in the majority of the match then.
Well, it's a ladders match, so it's
the biggest issue with it.
Mm-hmm. So there's not going to be, like, a tag in and out. So,
yeah, exactly.
I do have something I want to say because Kyle's so out of the loop. Did you hear what happened to the Bullet Club, Kyle?
No, I did not. I have missed New Japan for a while and Ring of Honor for a while. What happened with them?
Adam Cole is no longer a part of the Bullet Club.
Oh, damn. So it's kind of... Because I knew you told me before he was having problems with Kenny Omega.
Marty is now in the Bullet Club.
The fuck is Marty?
The villain?
Marty McFly?
The hell? I don't know who Marty the villain is.
Well, I'm
upset
about? With you.
What?
Let's get into it. First off, Roderick Strong versus Eric Young. The Roderick Strong story has been going crazy about his personal life, what he's gone through. I know Triple H has said that one of Roderick Strong's problems right now is that they really can't figure out a character. He really can't figure out what he is or who he is, but this whole story of, his personal life has really taken off. And it has. A lot of people Roderick Strong is turning into a major star now, going one-on-one against Eric Young, who they've had problems in the past. I honestly could see Roderick Strong winning because of the storyline that's happening, of him going through all the odds, overcoming the odds.
Well, I mean, these are two guys that absolutely need to win. Both of them are coming off of really hot streaks. I'm
sorry to interrupt you here. I don't think Eric Young needs the win. I think he's been just fine. I mean, when's the last time that Eric Young lost other than that cage match? And he still didn't look bad. It didn't make him look weak, but continue. I'm sorry. Totally interrupted. Andrew?
Now you made him not want to talk anymore.
Hold on, I muted myself because the phone's going off. Basically, what I was saying is that both people are coming off of somewhat of a hot streak. Eric Young, most particularly. So, I mean, it's going to be very hard for me to predict this match because I know that both people actually need the win. I think Eric Young is getting dangerously close to a championship opportunity, but we're never going to see him in that championship picture until Bobby Roode loses that championship.
Mm-hmm. So what's your prediction?
That's the biggest issue.
My prediction, I'm going to say that Eric Young is going to win because of the numbers.
All right. Sorry, Kyle. Your turn.
No, you're fine. I was going to touch on a few things that you said. One about gimmicks. With Roderick Strong, I know, like, obviously most of anybody in WWE or even wrestling in general has a gimmick, right? But Roderick Strong, even if you followed him from Ring of Honor, the most gimmick that he had was just being Mr. ROH. He was never a guy to have a gimmick. He's just there to be great on the mic, great with people, and just great in the ring. That's all he really does, and I think that's all he needs to be. So I don't think he really needs a gimmick, but yeah, this match is. I'm excited for it. I love Roderick Strong. I love him in Ring of Honor. He's been doing great in NXT. The big issue with NXT is they need to have like a sub championship. I think they really need to, because that's telling that they have all these guys that like it's hard to put them into a situation because like, you have a guy like Roderick Strong, Eric Young, Ty Dillinger when he was there, all kinds of guys that should be in the championship picture, but because there's one main single title, there's only one single title besides the UK Championship. They're all just like thrown around trying to have feuds, but not really able to get anywhere, or it takes them a while to move up. So I think NXT, for one thing, not to go off topic, needs to get a mid-card kind of title. I think they can maybe make that work, but having only an hour on TV would be kind of difficult. But yeah, this match will be exciting. I want Roderick Strong to win. I think he kind of needs to win more. I want to see him get more momentum and keep moving up the chains and have a title shot very soon. I would love to see that.
I don't think they need another title. The reason I say that, and I think we look at it now because of all the talent that's there. But before, they really didn't need it, because your top guys were there. They were at that title picture. I mean, now looking at it, you got like you said, Eric Young, Roger Strong, all these top guys. Drew McIntyre, and you're just like, whoa, like what in the world? But I still don't think they need it. I don't think there's enough TV time, and especially with it also eliminates other storylines, as in this Eric Young and Roderick Strong storyline, because they usually do have 2 storyline matches, then 3 title matches. And, unlike tonight, which is going to be, I believe it's a first, that there's going to be 4 title matches and 1 storyline match. What were you going to say, Anthony?
But in all honesty, it wouldn't hurt to have another championship, just to give the people something to work for,
Yeah.
No, it's... I see where y'all are coming from. I do. But, I don't know. Like, just thinking about this, I don't see Bobby Roode losing the title anytime soon. Not until at least SummerSlam.
Well, let me say this, because right now we're kind of including this championship in NXT right now. All right, we're throwing it on TakeOver. Why not? Because it's going to be a huge match. Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. That match was fantastic at the tournament. It's going to be fantastic tonight. But here's my thing about it. Like, the UK Championship did really good on its own. It was a really good show last night. If any of you guys missed it, I urge you guys to see it. It was a pretty good show last night. And you know what? They included the stars from 205 Live. In all honesty, I think that, maybe they should scrap the whole idea of 205 Live and just put the two together. Really. Put them two together on a solid night. Like, yesterday, what they did is they had it at, 3 p.m. on Friday because of what the time is over in the UK. Why can't they do something like that on the weekends?
I honestly and truthfully don't know. I think putting them together would be a little bit too hard on onto the cruiserweights personally, because they do tour with Raw and they do the house shows with Raw. So I think that'd be really difficult, because if they start doing UK shows, because in the long run their goal is they're going to be having UK show. And I think last night was kind of more of an experimental to see how it would do. And I'm pretty sure if they were to add 205 Live, it really wouldn't work out because you would also have to include UK shows in the US, and that would eliminate the purpose of the UK Championship. Like, I understand why the UK Championship's being defended at Takeover Chicago, and I completely agree with doing it. But I do think that they do need to have more. That needs to stay in the UK, and they need to have more shows because I know there's actually a picture of the Young Bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Kenny Omega's there too, with the guys from the UK Championship, including Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, at a house show or at an indie promotion. So UK needs to have their own show because, in all honesty, they're doing way better than the cruiserweights. Way better. But
I think that has to do a lot with the time slot.
Well, I also think it has to do with the Cruiserweight Championship. There's no characters. It was just wrestling. With the UK tournament, it was literally got characters from Pete Dunne immediately turned into the number one heel. Like, you knew that was going to happen. Tyler Bate became the underdog basically because of the assault that he had from Pete Dunne. So it was really good. But to this prediction, before we go way too off topic, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna say Roderick Strong because of all of the media attention he's been getting from WWE. I really do think Roderick Strong takes this, and because I do see Bobby Roode winning this tonight, and I could easily see Roderick Strong becoming that number one contender because Drew McIntyre, it's way too soon for him to get an opportunity. I mean, he's not even on the card tonight, so.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that. I was completely shocked. Well, yeah,
nothing for him to do really. But,
well, yeah, I understood that, but I mean, I'm just still surprised. I thought it would at least be in even a squash match or something.
Well, but moving on to the UK Championship, I know this is probably something that Andrew's looking forward to. Huge. So take the floor, Andrew. What's on your mind about it?
Well, one of the things that we saw during the UK Championship was Pete Dunne absolutely demolished the competition. He dominated the championship match up until the end, where Pete Dunne lost. So, you know what? I think that what we're going to see is Tyler Bate finally lose his championship to Pete Dunne. I think it's Pete Dunne's time. I think there's a lot that they want to do with Pete Dunne. So I really think that Pete Dunne is probably going to walk away with the championship today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I honestly and truthfully think that he will lose that title tonight and start. I mean, even though the rivalry is already kind of there, that rivalry is already going to be amazing. And just think about it. That feud is going to be great to watch, especially if they have this, this rumored UK show. And not to mention, good old JR is going to call this match.
I know. That's the thing I'm looking forward to. I think if any old fan is looking to get back into it, they're going to get back into it because they miss JR's voice.
Yeah. By the way, yesterday, when they opened up to the UK show, it was so funny because they obviously used the green screen to open because obviously JR and Nigel McGuinness wasn't in the UK to call those matches.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a 90s thing, like green screen type thing. It really cracked me up how bad it was. But, I mean, that's just me nitpicking at it. But I couldn't agree with you more. Pete Dunne wins this match, and he'll take that UK championship.
Yeah, I got to agree with you guys on that one. I think Tyler Bate's been great with it. I mean, his whole character and gimmick has kind of I haven't loved it. I think it was funny. It was a cool thing. Especially his wrestling, being able to back it up. But I haven't loved the guy for a while. I do like him, but Pete Dunne is absolutely amazing, and I agree absolutely with what you said, Andrew. That I think they want to do a lot more things with him, and I think Tyler Bate's been a great champion. But I think it's going to be kind of Pete Dunne's time right now. I think it's time to pass up because Tyler Bate's he's at the title. He hasn't defended the title for a while, but he's had it for a while. He hasn't defended a lot of matches, but still.
And see, that's the thing, though. And that's where we could disagree with you. For a while, yeah, he didn't defend it, but he's had several championship defenses in the last month or so. And not only that, but he's actually had a legitimate run where TJ Perkins did it. And that's the other thing where I see the UK Championship kind of holding more prestige than the Cruise Championship, because they kind of gave up on TJ Perkins too quickly. Whereas with this championship, they sort of like, all right, let's see what this kid can do. Like, we're gonna keep him off TV for a little bit, bring him on here, give him a few championship matches, and they really haven't lost faith in the kid. So Tyler, he's gonna go in tonight. He's gonna put on a hell of a show with Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne is gonna walk away with the championship, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Here's a fun fact, everyone. Pete Dunne is 23. Tyler Bate, 20 years old.
I love this young talent, dude. I love it. Like, Tyler Bate winning that title, I couldn't believe when I heard how young he was that they gave him this chance. I was shocked, but they did. He's doing amazing with it. And I love this young talent taking over. Yeah, it's been great.
They are honestly acting like they're 28 to 30 years old with how much.
Oh, yeah, they're acting like veterans,
dude.
How
good these guys are in the ring.
Yeah, in the ring, the way they run their gimmicks, the way they are on the mic, all of that. Like, they're doing absolutely amazing. And like I said, I think Pete Dunne, it's kind of his time right now, and I think this might be a match because people know it's going to be a great match, but I think this might be one of the sleeper matches of the night. I think this can be like either best match of the night or at least second best match of the night. These two are really going to do amazing.
I think it'll steal the show. Go ahead, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Match at the UK Championship was match of the night. But here's the other thing to consideration. We've already seen this time at the end of the United Kingdom Championship, and Pete Dunne lost. So like, he needs that redemption to win that championship. If he loses tonight, I don't see him getting in the title picture going forward, and I think he needs to be in that title picture, which is another strong possibility toward Pete Dunne winning the championship tonight. Yeah. If Tyler, he's continue the feud.
Yeah, definitely. I could even see these guys having like a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn type feud. They really could. They bounce off each other so well.
Yeah, the chemistry.
But yeah, I do.
Is great.
Exactly. That's why, like I said, I could see being a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or some feud like that. That's why I think Pete Dunne's going to win it and keep this feud going. Pete Dunne's going to have a great run with the title, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's move on from this great feud, match of the night probably. But let's go to the Tag Team Championship, the ladder match between the Authors of Pain and DIY. Obviously, the third installment between the two tag teams. Obviously, the first being the one-on-one Tag Team Championship, I want to say at, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view or the Royal Rumble Takeover in San Antonio. Second being at WrestleMania in the Triple Threat Tag Team, Elimination Tag Team, which was outstanding. And then obviously tonight being the third. So, question is who wins? I don't see the Authors of... Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really don't, because I can't think of any other face tag team. But I do see the Authors of Pain winning this. I don't think that their run is gonna be. I don't see their run being ruined by this.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with me. It's that if you look at the NXT Tag Team division right now, it's that if DIY loses tonight, the Authors of Pain move on to hold their titles. I'm worried to see Heavy Machinery be up next. I don't like Heavy Machinery. I don't like them at all. I don't like how they really are in the mics. I don't like what they say. I don't even like them in the ring. I don't like them at all.
The scary part is that of all the tag teams that have faced Authors of Pain, Heavy Machinery are the only people that logically match up to them in terms of size and weight.
Yeah, that's why they want to put them up next, because they're going to think, oh, well, it's going to be two giant tag teams facing off, so it'd be great, right? Like I don't think Heavy Machinery is good in the ring, and last time I really saw them on the mic, all they really talk about is like how much they eat and lift and shit like that. Like, no one cares, dude. You're not funny. Also, Otis guy really creeps me out. He's weird as hell, dude. But I don't know. I don't know how to call it. I want to say Authors of Pain are going to win, but I want to see the feud keep going, and I want to see DIY stay in the title picture, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Authors of Pain are going to end up they're going to have them defy the odds and win a ladder match, because logically this is DIY's match. They're two small cruiserweight style guys. They should be able to dominate in a ladder match and be up the ladder quick and use their quickness to their advantage. But Authors of Pain, I think, are going to end up winning this one again and just defend their titles. They're going to be like that monster tag team, like how the Ascension was, for example.
Yeah, Andrew.
This should be DIY's match. It really should, but I don't know, man. I don't see Authors of Pain losing.
Exactly.
I just don't. Like, especially in light of what we know about what happened with Tommaso Ciampa and how he suffered some sort of injury, whether it's going to sideline him or whether it's not going to sideline him. I don't see him taking any risks tonight. I feel like you're going to see him stay as grounded as possible, and I expect to see him take the least amount of bumps of any of the wrestlers tonight. I would see Johnny Gargano sort of taking the bullet a lot tonight. So yeah, I honestly think that DIY should have this match in the bag, but at the same time, I just don't see them winning. So I'm going with DIY. Or not DIY, Authors of Pain.
Yeah, I just personally only see one title changing tonight. That's all I see happening. But let's move on to the women's title. Obviously, this was going to be a fatal four-way, but obviously earlier this month in TV tapings, Ember Moon took a really heavy fall or hard fall in the match for number one contendership, which obviously Asuka interfered to make sure that none of that would happen, and she was not able to get cleared because of her shoulder injury. So now it's a triple threat between Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, and Ruby Riott, which
You said Ember Moon.
Sorry, Nikki Cross, Asuka, and Ruby Riott.
There you go.
I'm just thinking that this Ruby Riott, and I'm just like, I don't like her. I'm not a fan of her.
Well, she's the throwaway pick. She was the person that put in there just to add bounty to the match. Like, honestly, like what it looks like is that they're obviously building for further for the Ember Moon Asuka feud, and I think the original plan was to have Ember Moon take it off of Asuka. Obviously, that isn't going to happen tonight. So either two things are going to happen. Either they're going to have Asuka dominate those two and walk away with the championship again, and then have Ember Moon be like, hey, I never got my opportunity. I want it now, next month, or next TakeOver, which is their big one, if you think about it, which is Brooklyn, not mistaken. So, I mean, what better place for Asuka to lose her undefeated streak than Brooklyn against Ember Moon? So I see that as a possible scenario. Now, I also said that I had a wild pitch, so, you know,
I knew this was going to be it.
I'm going to go with the upset in Vicky Cross. Vicky Cross.
Nikki Cross, not Vicky.
Cross. I want to call her Vicky. She looks like a friend of mine. For the win, I think that Nikki Cross did excellent in the last Fatal 4-Way that she was in. I think that for the triple threat tonight, she has the best possibility of winning against Asuka.
You really think that that'll happen?
I think that is a... No, I won't say it. I don't want to say the word, but
potential.
Let's be real here. Are you saying that just to get like a bold prediction, or are you saying that because you honestly think that will happen?
It would be a bold prediction if it does happen. I think is going to happen is what I said for option one. Okay. I think Asuka is going to win it, and I think that Asuka will because I always vote against Asuka and she ends up winning. So you know, I think that Asuka is going to take the championship into Brooklyn and lose it to Ember Moon if she's able to compete. If they see that she's not able to compete and they really want to get the title off of her, who better than Nikki Cross? So,
yeah, I'd see Asuka winning. There's really no ifs, ands, buts about it. Just Asuka winning this.
It'd be pretty damn funny if we see in the match Nikki Cross pin Ruby Riott, and then that's how Asuka loses. Asuka doesn't get pinned; she still loses the match, though. That'd be interesting.
Makes no sense. I think with the two people that she's facing, no matter the outcome or who gets pinned, who pins who, Asuka looks awful. I think it.
No, yeah, I agree 100%.
Really puts it sets her back big time, even with the amazing run she's had.
Yeah, this match was meant to be, okay, they were going to make it a Fatal 4 match. They were going to make it mainly for it to be Asuka versus Ember Moon, and then Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross to be thrown in there to do, cool moves and, make it a little bit more extreme, put somebody through a table maybe, make it just a little bit more interesting. That's what they were meant to be there for. And then Ember Moon getting, injured, it's okay, well, our plans really got fucked here. Yeah. So, they lost what could have been an amazing match. I mean, this match can still be good. It's just not going to be as good as it could have been because of Ember Moon unfortunately being injured now. So I agree with you guys. I think Asuka's going to win this one because, like I said, Ember Moon is the only person right here that's going to really beat Asuka. We all know this. It's not going to be Nikki Cross, not going to be Ruby Riott, not even going to be. I don't even think it's going to be Billie Kay or Peyton Royce. I don't think it's them. I think Ember Moon's the perfect opportunity to do it.
Like I said, I think their plan originally was to put this match together so that Ember Moon would win and not pin Asuka. And then for Brooklyn, it was going to be their final showdown. Now I think it's going to be for the championship, and they're going to keep Asuka there for a little bit longer. But who knows? It depends on if Ember Moon is going to be ready for Brooklyn. I mean, from what I understand, that shoulder injury isn't going to keep her sidelined for that long. So
no,
she was really
50-50 on making it to this one. So she I don't think it's that serious of a shoulder injury.
That's what I thought, but like I said, if they're gonna throw a wild pitch at us, it would be Nikki Cross that would win.
If anything, it would be Nikki winning, but there's no way it'll happen.
There's no way Ruby Riott wins. No way.
Yeah, Ember Moon has to be the person to beat Asuka and take the title. She is flat out the best wrestler on the NXT roster. She's the best women's wrestler we've seen in a long time. At least in my opinion. She's purely mat-based and amazing wrestler. I haven't seen, besides people like Charlotte, Sasha, people like them, she's the best we've seen in a long time.
Well, Ember Moon is getting there. I think that she still has to grow a little bit.
I think she really disappointed from her debut to, until she got her opportunity at the title. Because I was expecting a lot more from her.
I don't know. It just depends on what they think is needed going forward. If they add anybody in between there, but I feel like, what we're probably going to see is another dominant Asuka and her losing the championship finally at Brooklyn, if anything.
Yeah. But let's move on to the final match of the night in the main event, obviously being it's not Roderick Strong and Eric Young, I promise. Bobby Roode, Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami has come out and he has said that he's very disappointed in himself for not being as good as he should be. Obviously, injuries have really set him back because he was here before Finn Balor. He was here before, if I'm not mistaken, Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
He was here before a lot of people that were called up. And it still seems like he's just here. Hideo Itami finally getting his opportunity to go one-on-one for the NXT Championship against Bobby Roode. Is tonight the night that Bobby Roode loses his title? Is this going to be his, I guess you could say, kryptonite, or this big feud that seems like every champion goes through? For instance, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, so on and so on.
Well, I don't think so.
Well, the thing you have in consideration, though, is where is WWE's head at with Hideo Itami? Are they trusting him 100% to stay healthy?
I think by putting him in this match, that's, putting all the trust that they can in.
Because
I don't think so.
This is his first big match back since his injury. So
well, remember at the last Brooklyn show, he came in and not interfere, but he GTS'd who was it, Austin Aries, and then got hurt because if I'm not mistaken, him and Aries were in a feud.
Right, but that got then Austin Aries got hurt.
Yeah, I think they both got hurt.
Because
then Austin Aries had a messed up eye socket.
Yeah, he had a surgery on his eye. I do want to tell you this: Bobby's going to be the face tonight. Hideo's going to get booed out of the building for what he said.
What did he say?
He said that he's wanting to make his GTS famous.
Oh, no. No, Blake, please tell me you're kidding.
It's
Not in
actually
Chicago.
funny. It's actually funny, and I'm going to digress for just this moment because we're bringing it up. CM Punk. It's funny. I heard that a wrestling company in the UK actually messaged him and offered him $1 million to come compete in the tournament over there.
That is true.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine $1 million to just show up for a tournament? You don't even have to get past the first match. I mean, obviously, coming he would get past the first match, but
I easily can see him doing it. I mean, because I know he wants to fight in the UFC still, but I could easily still see him doing it because for one, because Samoa Joe and him are close, and Samoa Joe has said that he wants to make a comeback. So I could see that happening and him doing that. And I can tell you right now, WWE be watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would just love to see tonight, like sometime tonight, they put they put the camera on people who show up. I would love if we just saw CM Punk sitting at ringside. Oh my!
Well, I expect to hear the CM Punk chants, especially during.
Of course, we're in Chicago, dude.
I've gotten to a point where I hate that chant with a passion.
Really? I still like it.
No, it's they just chant it to chant it, like it's doing nothing but interfering in somebody's promo or wrestling match.
It gets
they did it on Raw.
To the wrestlers. It really does, because the guy isn't here. As much as we liked the guy when he was here, he's not here, and he's not coming back for a long time if he does come back. So it's kind of like for them to keep chanting CM Punk, all it does is it kind of hurts the product in the sense of you got these young guys who are trying to make a name for themselves, and all you're doing is hearing CM Punk chants. Doesn't make them feel appreciated. Also, they're just going to be like, well, what the frick is this?
Yeah.
Right.
I can understand that.
So who wins tonight, Hideo Itami or Bobby Roode?
What do you think, Andrew?
Bobby. I don't think chance putting the title on Hideo Itami. Let him stay healthy for months before you put the title on him.
Exactly. I was going to make that point. I mean, I was going to compare this to kind of what's going on in Raw right now. You have guys like Finn Balor and Seth. Okay, mind you, they're not in the championship match, but still, you're giving opportunities to guys like Rollins and Balor in the Fatal 5-Way number one contenders match, but you know that they're not going to win. They already have other feuds they're going to do and that kind of thing. With Hideo Itami, he just got back from... Yeah, because you guys were right. He's been here for a while. When he was in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, that was kind of a sign that he was going to be moved up soon. He should have been on the main roster forever ago, and now he's finally getting back in the title picture and back in the swing of things and stuff. If anybody thinks that he's going to win tonight, they're going to give him the title tonight, they're insane. He just got back from injury.
I hate to say it, and you guys can put in your sense about this. I'm actually happy that Hideo Itami was added to the picture for so long. Because if it wasn't for that happening, you wouldn't be seeing a lot of the guys really taking a step forward. Like Ty Dillinger, I don't really see him getting an opportunity as he would have with Hideo Itami there. So, now that, the guys that I like are kind of on the main roster, I'm glad to see Hideo Itami back, and I want to see him stay healthy. But, that's the thing. He's got to stay healthy. And if he doesn't stay healthy, well, there's not much you could do for him. And, you saw what happened with Daniel Bryan. As much as people like Daniel Bryan, it doesn't help if he's getting hurt every time he's winning a championship. With Daniel Bryan, the popularity was so high. All right, let's put him on an Intercontinental Championship on him. Next month, he's hurt. And then he's forced to retire because of injuries. It's just not worth it, to play ping pong with the championship because of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why WWE kind of has a tendency to where if a superstar gets injured, when they come back, they kind of need to take some time to just build some feuds, make sure that they stay healthy and kind of earn WWE's trust back. And that's understandable. Some people don't like it, but it's understandable. So that's why I think, Hideo Itami, yes, is in a title match. He's in the main event tonight, yes, but there's no way they put that title on him.
Well, you see what would happen with Bobby Roode, though. That would really hurt Bobby Roode if something like that were to occur. Oh, well, okay, Hideo Itami beats Bobby Roode. All right, well, sure, we'll go with that. But Bobby Roode's going to win it back the next time, and it'll be fine. Well, let's say Hideo Itami wins the championship, and then he's not there to defend it. And then it's all right, well, now we have to vacate the title. Now it's going to be like a fatal 6-way match. Whoever wins is going to walk away with it. Bobby Roode might walk away with the championship, or they might say, you know what, let's try putting it on. Let's try putting it on Roderick Strong, or let's try putting it on someone else like Eric Young, and it's kind of like, well, what about Bobby Roode? Now you're going to be holding Bobby Roode up. He's got a good thing going. He hasn't been pinned. Don't mess around with Bobby Roode. Let Bobby Roode have his reign. And, when a guy comes along like Roderick Strong, who's proven himself after doing things with, Eric Young and all these other guys, that's when you start thinking about, okay, well, this is the guy who's going to have that big feud with Bobby Roode. That's really going to give him a run for his money. Because guys like Bobby Roode, he's not going to be in NXT that long. By this time next year, Bobby Roode is in the main roster. Hands down.
I think you could even say sooner than that, honestly.
He's Hideo Itami winning this, and then Bobby Roode debuting after SummerSlam.
I don't think so. I think it's too early. I think he's got still more life at NXT.
Bobby Roode is 39. He doesn't have a lot of...
I understand that, yeah. I got that. I think they could even wait till even around WrestleMania or something. I don't think it'll be as soon. I think he's gonna chill with NXT for a little bit longer.
If it was Roderick Strong going up against Bobby Roode, I would have 100% agree with you, Blake. I'd be like, all right, well, Roderick Strong, cool. I could see him taking that championship and him feuding with Bobby Roode. But if Hideo Itami takes a championship and God forbid he gets another injury, that really hurts Bobby Roode, in my opinion. And I know you probably disagree with me on that, but I feel like him getting hurt and then having to do all these qualifying matches to get Roode the championship again, it would really hurt him. And it would derail his jump to the main roster.
I could still just see it.
I can too. I mean, knowing Hideo Itami, knowing how long he's been in NXT, I could see him winning. It's just, like I said, I think knowing WWE with how they are with injuries, I think he's going to have to earn back their trust. Because, like I said, he was sidelined for a while. He came back from injury, and they got, re-injured, right after. I don't know. I just know them, and I think he's going to have to kind of earn their trust back. But at the same time, I can see that. I can see us watching this main event and Hideo Itami pinning Bobby Roode and taking the title, and then them doing how the Shinsuke Bobby Roode feud was, or how the Samoa Joe Shinsuke feud was, where they kind of bounce the title around and keep the feud going for a while. I can see that too. There's a lot of possibilities happening tonight. It's just Bobby Roode, I think, is the bigger favorite if you're the smart fan, knowing Hideo Itami's track record and knowing WWE how they are with injuries.
Yeah, Ciampa's cleared. He's gonna have his ankle taped up.
Oh, I didn't even know it was his ankle. Okay, well, any bumps off the ladder is going to be rough.
But yeah, I do think that Hideo Itami could take this, and I easily could see it happening. So here's
Is that your prediction?
Yeah, Hideo Itami.
Okay, it's interesting. I want to play it safe and say Bobby Roode, but I can really see Hideo doing it. I'll stay with Bobby Roode as my prediction, but I really can see logically Hideo winning because of just how long he's been with NXT and stuff.
Andrew said Bobby. So I do have one more question. Yeah, you said Bobby, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I'm still sticking with him.
All right. So I do want to ask this: do we see Adam Cole in the stands tonight?
If I were a betting man, yes. I think it would be smart. If they have worked out a deal with Adam Cole, you will see him in the audience.
All right. Well, I think that with that being said, that's going to do it for us. Obviously, we will be live immediately following NXT Takeover Chicago tonight with our thoughts. So, until later tonight, for Andrew, for Kyle, peace out.